What's up, guys? It's Dan from 3pointsofcontact.ca. So I've been going through my old photos from my trip in 2012, and I'm here in the UK looking at, oh, hello. Ugh, this photo here is the reason why I don't shave. Yeah. Anyways, so this one day in London, I was in the British Museum, and I heard a lot of good things about the accessibility, and I decided, okay, hell, I'm going to check it out. So first of all, it's a beautiful building. This glass ceiling is just incredible. It lets in so much light. I'll see if I can enter full screen. There we go. It's a little clearer. These big, beautiful marble floors. Rosetta Stone, Rosetta Stone. Okay, here we go. So here we've got, please do not touch the objects. Only blind people on the touch tour are permitted to touch certain sculptures. I was really impressed that they allowed people with visual disabilities to go and touch things like this lion over here. That's something that you could touch if you're on this particular blind touch tour. Now, they didn't necessarily always have this tour going on, but they did have accessibility options for people not specifically on this tour. So I couldn't really go around and mess about with the lion there. But more of this. Okay, this looks creepy when I'm just taking photos of, you know, clandestine photos of people behind desks and stuff. But this is what I use as an accessibility tool. My phone, I hold it up and I use it to look around and find the information desk or where I need to be, and maybe find the bathroom or something. And so I'll take a photo like this, and then I'll zoom in on my own accord and look around, and okay, yeah, this is probably the desk there. So that's part of how I get around. But anyways, when you go up there, you can request a guide for the visually impaired, and so in the Egyptology exhibit, they have this pharaoh here. That's all raised up from the paper, and it's this kind of slightly glossy, slightly rubbery material, very stark against the paper. And it gives you a really good idea of what you're feeling, and even if you're totally blind, you could feel, you would get the idea that this is an eye, that these are maybe eyebrows. This is the nose and the mouth, and the sweet lid up here with the coffee mug. And so I think this was the Pharaoh cafe, because he clearly had a job at Starbucks, and he even has the long hipster beard. If you take off the hat, he probably has one of those obnoxious man buns. But they also had large print books here, which, funny enough, I have to zoom in further to see it. These are massive. I wish I had a photo of my hand versus the papers there. So I would say it's maybe 1.5 feet tall. It's pretty big book, maybe a foot wide. I mean, it would be easier if this were on an iPad or something, and I fully believe they're going that direction. But just want to point out little examples of accessibility. Well, actually, here, I'll show you another thing. In Munich, out front of this church, there's this massive bronze map of the city. A couple cities here and there have it, but the first one I ever saw was in Munich. It's a relief map of downtown Munich, well, old Munich anyways, and it shows you all the streets and that particular church, but you can feel, and there's in Braille on this map where everything is. So, I mean, granted, you have to be bloody Mr. Tickle to be able to reach to the center of this thing, but the idea is there, and it's pretty sound. So it was kind of cool. But it's little things like that show bits of accessibility that are available that you might not notice otherwise. So anyways, short little video for you guys. Have a good one.
Hey, two quick things. First, sorry about the audio quality in that video. Clearly my mic wasn't working all that well, or at all, and some guy outside needed to apparently cut a goddamn car in half. I don't know what he was doing, but that's what that background noise was. Second of all, when I was talking about Munich, it reminded me, I want to give a shout out to Oztour in Munich. Oztour is a tour company that I used when I was there, and it was by far the best tour company I've used in any city in Europe or North America or wherever I've been on tours, and I've been on quite a few. Generally, I don't really like tours. I like doing things my own way, but sometimes walking tours are by far the best way to learn the layout of a city. And Ozzy, who runs the Oztour, is incredibly passionate and incredibly dedicated to his work and to his city. He loves being in Munich. He loves the city, he loves the people, he loves everything about the area, and it comes through in his tours. I'm not getting paid to say this, he's not asked me to say anything, it's just wanted to give a shout out and credit where it's due. If you find yourself in Munich at any point, you owe it to yourself to do at least one of his tours. And if you see Ozzy, tell him Dan, the blind guy from Canada, says hi. Have a good one, guys. Say the riddle now. You ever hear me in Travellin,